In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my 5 million coin road to the final investment. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch. For the cheapest premium trading service for just £4, €4 or free with Amazon Prime. You'll get yourself daily trading and investing guides covering both Xbox and PlayStation with an array of different techniques depending on your budget. I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million on multiple titles, and recently making over 10 million in the first month for the last 3 years. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is walk you guys through my 5 million coin road to the final investment. We'll be covering what happened last year, why I think it's a good play this year, the players I've invested in, and how much of a percentage of my coins have I invested. So without further ado, let's go and show you guys what happened last year, which is the reason why we're investing in them this year. So last year we've got the likes of the road to the finals. This was our road to the final team last year, and I've selected 3 players to show you guys the trends that occurred. Now there's a few points that we want to be looking at right here. The first of those points is Thursday, Friday. That is today / tomorrow. And that here is the 24th and the 25th, which is the all-time low point of these cards. Now, the second point that is relevant is when is their second game. So their second game, aka the equivalent of the next set of Champions League and Europa League games, was the 10th of March. So we've got right here, and then we've got the 10th of March, which is here. So if we look at the likes of Vardy, between quote-unquote today and 1.5 weeks' time, he went from 99k all the way up there to 147k. Which meant he basically had a 50% increase in the best part of about 10 days. And yeah, we can show you guys this trend happening multiple times. We've got the likes of Tolisso. So we've got today, which is again 157k. We then want to look when did Bayern Munich play their next game, and that was the 8th of March. So we look here, 157. Then we look at the 8th of March, 222. This means that we went from 160 to 220k in the best part of a week, because again, there's just hype going into the next game. We can then move to a game like Cuadrado. Now, the reason I've loaded Cuadrado up is because both the games I showed you might have been, I mean, Vardy not so much, but definitely with Bayern Munich versus Salzburg would have been a favourable matchup. And maybe you could argue, well, you know, there's not going to be much hype if they're heavily favourite. So now we can go move to Cuadrado. Again, we're looking at the Thursday, 140k. And then we look to when they played. Now, they were coming off the back of a 1-1 draw to Villarreal. And interestingly enough, they actually got slapped 3-0. So that game was on the 16th of March. So let's have a little look what happened on the 16th of March. Obviously he crashed, but he did go from 140 all the way to 190. So once again, probably about a 30-40% increase. So across the board with our 3 examples here of Vardy, Tolisso and Cuadrado, there has been about a 40 to 50% increase between the equivalent of today / tomorrow and then the day of the game or the day just before that game. Which is why I'm investing 30% of my coins into the road to the finals, because I do believe the trends will be the exact same. Now, how do I decide what road to the finals I want to go and buy? I basically just buy the most used ones. If I want to know, you know, if I want to gauge what cards are people buying for their teams, what people are, what players are people really hyped about getting upgrades, I just look at the most used. And to do that, I go to Footbin, I then go to PGP, I then go Virgins, which is going to take me to Road to the Finals. And this basically shows me also the Road to the Final cards. And now I'm going to sort via games. And this is now going to show me the most used cards. So the most used cards are Atal, Mora, Fofana, Barella, Malin, Firmino, Raspadori, Nuno Mendes, Juan Miranda, and so on and so on. Now, the consistent trend in FIFA is if a card is 200k or below, they perform a lot better and they outperform in terms of ROI a lot better than cards that are about 500-600k. The reason for that is because the masses can afford the cheap cards, but the masses can't afford so much the expensive cards. Which is why it's actually very interesting that Firmino's got so many games played. So, as a result, if you want to go with the cards that should have the most hype, you want to be looking at the likes of Atal. Atal is used almost a third more, or 25% more than any other card in the road to the finals. He fits that 200k sort of like quota, and yeah, I mean that's really all we're looking for. But what I would do is I would diversify your investment, just like I have on my account here. Now I've actually invested, I think, just over 6 million coins, and I've basically selected the top players. I've selected Atal, Mora, Fofana, Malin, Raspadori, Juan Miranda, and for some reason I've gone Eric Lamela. I don't know why. So you can see them right here. Now the reason I've diversified my investment is because in the up and coming week we've got a promo called Showdowns. Now Showdowns is a promo where we have 2-player SBCs, and then the winner of the 2-player SBCs, those 2 players are playing against each other that week, and then the winner gets upgraded. Now the reason that we buy loads of different cards this week is because if we go and get a Ligon right back, and let's just say for some reason it's an amazing, let's say there is a Showdown SBC for Mukulele, and he's got an insane card. Well then what that would do is they'd go and drop the likes of a Tal. So what we do to counter the chance of there being a Mukulele, again, very outside, but it could happen, is we just basically diversify our investment. Because if they release a Ligon right back SBC, that's not going to affect Malin. That's not going to affect Fofana. That's not going to affect Felipe Anderson. So that's basically the method behind the madness, is that if we are going to get loads of SBCs next week, which is the league, then if you are buying 5, 6, 7 different road to the finals, even though I would argue, if SBCs aren't affecting anything, a Tau will outperform everyone. But, the worst thing would be to go all in on him and then they go and release an SBC. So all these players are basically different leagues, nations, positions. I mean, you do have Felipe Anderson and Mora overlapping. But apart from that, you're not going to get one sort of SBC that's going to crash all of these cards, because there is quite a lot of diversification across the cards. So this is what I've bought. The trend is basically just go and sell the day of them playing or the day before them playing. And yeah, so we do expect them rise in 2 weeks. Now there is also the outside chance that we do go and get player days this weekend, and that would drop the market. The reason I'm telling you guys about the stuff that would drop the market is recently we had the Gay investment, and a lot of people didn't understand why he dropped. A lot of people didn't understand that a Premier League English centre-back would drop when a Premier League English centre-back SBC would come out. Likewise with a Serie A English centre-back. A lot of people didn't understand it and thought I just kind of flopped the investment, whereas in reality, I thought people would understand that if an English Premier League centre-back SBC comes out, it can drop an English Premier League special centre-back investment. But, a lot of people didn't, and they just thought had no idea what I'm talking about. But, hey-ho. So I just give you guys a bit of a warning just in case they do drop, and you therefore know that it's just unlikely outcomes that have dropped them, rather than incompetence when it comes to investing. But that is that. The reason I'm not investing all in on them is because there's going to be a really good investing opportunity in both SBC fodder and the current Team of the Week meta cards this weekend. So you can go all in if you don't want to invest in anything else in the next week or two. Whereas if you're really interested in investing, then obviously this weekend we've got a bit of a fodder investment and a bit of a Team of the Week investment. But what's quite nice is you can put 30% of your coins very easily on these cards. And I mean, I can go and send these to the club, and all I've now got to do is send 32 to my transfer list, and that's barely filling up any room. So I can easily go and do that, send them all to my transfer list, and then just go and buy, 5 million coins of 84s, and I can easily get in 2 different investments that if one doesn't do well, then hopefully the other should. And I believe that is all she wrote. As I say, I'm not abandoning the FIFA content. It's just I haven't really deemed there to be many good FIFA investments as of recently. On top of that, I was away last weekend. So should I have this investment today, then I'll cover buying fodder probably tomorrow, and then I'll cover buying current Team of the Week the following day. And I think that's all she wrote. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.